Hey everybody, this is Steve at Multisport Mojo. Today we're talking about which swim goggle you should use on a triathlon race day. So let me give you a couple tips to help you decide which kind of goggle to use when you've got a triathlon. Triathlons, typically you've got open water swims. They're early in the morning, so you've got factors like the sun coming up, your sighting to stay on track. You've got to see where the buoys are. You've got to see where other swimmers are. You've got to stay on your line, and you've got a lot of commotion going on in the water. So what kind of swim goggle works best for that kind of environment? I'm going to suggest one kind of swim goggle over another. And these are more of a recent advancement in swim goggles that once you use these on race day, you're not going to want to go back. The Roka, I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Here's the Roka R1 swim goggle. And you'll notice the lenses. The lens itself is beveled so that the frame is, well, you don't see the frame, do you? It's really incorporated into the lens, and it's really way, way out of the way. Your field of vision in this lens is virtually panoramic, without really having to bob and look and maneuver your head to see what's going on in more of a traditional swim goggle. These goggles from the top, you can see the beveled from the top, bevel on the bottom, all the way to the side. Here, I'll put them on. Really give you a panoramic look at where you're headed. Now, do you see that? Look, there's nothing impeding my vision. There's nothing impeding my vision. Let me put on another option for you that has this same effect. These are the New Wave Fusion 2.0 goggles. Now, they do the same thing. Oh, let's get that back where it really should be. All right, so, it's wanting to. All right, that's better. Okay, let's put these on. You can see they're doing the same thing. The frame is all the way out of the way, and the lens is maximized top, bottom, and all the way to the sides so that I have a panoramic view on a race day swim. Now, why is that important again? As I'm swimming, I don't have lane lines. I don't have the lane markers. I've got to get from here to there, and I've got buoys that I'm trying to sight with. I've got a line that I'm trying to stay on, and I've got other swimmers. And it's race day, and you're going hard and you're going fast, and everybody else is coming fast, and they're coming up over the top of you, and they're on your heels, and you're getting cut up right. I mean, it's a bit of a melee in a triathlon race day swim, and so being able to see everything around you is important. Now, as opposed to I love these are some of my favorite swim goggles. They're the Tire Nest Pro swim goggle. I use these on an everyday swim. These are my trainers. But you can see the difference, right? There's a frame, and I have used these on triathlon races, but I've also used these, and there's a world of difference. Just the little bit extra that you can see, and these are big lenses, just the little bit extra that you can see coming from a frame to no frame, and being able to see everything really helps as you're trying to stay on track. Through breathing and then through sighting. It happens faster and it happens more fluidly. So that's the first thing when you're determining a race day goggle. The second thing is that on triathlon race day, you've got the sun. And so you'll want to look at the actual finish on the lens. These are the Roka R1 swim goggles again. And I think they illustrate two options. One, this is a bit of a blue tint, but it's not enough to reflect or absorb the sunlight on a race day swim. It's wearing a goggle that has this kind of a finish for a race day. It's really going to slow you down, and it's going to be distracting and bothersome. So much so that when you look up, you'll start to close your eyes because the sun's getting in your eyes. That's no good. So on race day, you're going to want goggles that have either a mirror finish or a tinted finish that's dark, either absorb the light or reflect the light like this. Makes the sunlight not an issue on race day. You want to be able to focus on getting from A to B as quickly as you can, staying on your line and going, right? So those are the two things that I would look for in a race day swim goggle. One, the cut of the lens. Two, a mirror finish or a smoke lens, and you'll be seeing pretty clearly, or as clearly as possible, right? This tremendous panoramic view, sun, not an issue. You can just focus on getting to the swim finish and getting out of the water as fast as you can. And that's what you want to do on race day. Hey, listen, continue to follow us here on our YouTube channel at Multisport Mojo. Ton of tips and tricks, videos like this. We do product reviews where we take stuff out of the box and tell you what we think, or at least our initial thoughts, and then we go out and do a road test with them and then tell you what we think so that we can do the homework for you and you can make better decisions. And then watch our podcast where we do a Versus podcast. It's kind of a fun deal. We take Coach Kirk, who's an Ironman certified coach, and we take me, age group, gear guru, and we throw a topic on the table and knock it out. And the two different perspectives see things two different ways, and we learn from one another. And they're kind of entertaining, I gotta be honest sometimes. So for more information and in-depth reviews, go out to trygearguru.com or swimgearguru.com. You can find more information about all the products that we review and tips and tricks. And that's how to choose the right swim goggle for race day. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.